Hi, it's Patrick Hutzel from intensivcarehotline.com with another quick tip for families in intensive care. So today I want to talk again about what it means to be brain dead in ICU and what it means not to be brain dead in ICU. And the reason I want to bring this up is I've just come off the call with a client who says that ICU is telling him that his 63-year-old dad, after a heart attack, is brain dead. And they've been telling him for weeks. Obviously, it took him weeks to reach out to us here, which is often too late, because you need to reach out to us day one when you have a loved one critically ill in intensive care, so you can get a second opinion day one. And then I asked him, is his dad showing any signs of life at all? He said, yep, he's opening his eyes and he's chewing on the breathing tube. Well, that means his dad is not brain dead. But we hear this all the time, that intensive care teams are misleading families in intensive care, and they're saying that their loved ones are brain dead. And that is simply a lie when no brain death testing has been done and verified by two independent doctors, right? So, when you have a look online, brain death testing, we have an article on our website at intensivcarehotline.com. I will link to that below this video. When someone is brain dead, they're not doing anything at all. They have been off sedation for days, weeks. In this case, his dad is opening his eyes and he's chewing on the breathing tube. That means he is not brain dead. There's no correlation between someone being brain dead and brain damaged. Intensive care teams, are trying to create a negative narrative in situations like that, because they're also trying to force him and his mum to withdraw treatment on his dad. And he's only 63, basically wanting to kill him. And that is just wrong. They probably need the bed, maybe they're losing money, depending on the funding arrangements, instead of trying to do what is right in a situation like that and helping this man to improve and have a second chance at life and hopefully recovering, And of course, nobody knows what quality of life will look like down the line. But one thing is for sure, if treatment is withdrawn, then, the outcome of that, and I have seen this so many times. I've worked in critical care for nearly 25 years in 3 different countries, where I also worked as a nurse manager for over 5 years in intensive care. And I've seen it so many times, and I've been consulting and advocating for families in intensive care here at intensivcarehotline.com since 2013. And we have saved many lives with our consulting and advocacy, and you can verify that on our testimonial section, and you can verify it on our podcast section, where we interviewed many families in intensive care. And, they've verified the outcomes that we're helping them to get. And like I said, we've saved many lives with our consulting and advocacy, and we can do the same for you. So don't be fooled by what intensive care teams or what some intensive care teams are telling you. I'm not blind to the fact that there are many good things happening in ICU. I've worked there for nearly, 2.5 decades. But, there's a lot of things happening in intensive care that are not good. And those are the families that come to us here at intensivcarehotline.com. And those are the families that we help. And we help them to save their loved ones' lives and help them to make sure their loved ones get best care and treatment. So terminology matters big time in intensive care, but you just need to know what that terminology means, like the difference between someone being brain dead and brain damaged, right? And that's why you need to get a second opinion when you have a loved one in intensive care. You cannot fly blind in a situation like that. Too many families in intensive care fly blind when they have a loved one in intensive care. It is a once-in-a-lifetime situation that you cannot afford to get wrong. And I don't quite understand why, you don't take action when you have a loved one in intensive care, and you move heaven and earth to get that second opinion, making sure that your loved one gets best care and treatment, and so that you can make informed decisions, have peace of mind, control, power, and influence. And I don't quite understand why, people watch these videos and then they don't take action, and then weeks, months, sometimes even years later, they come to us and say, oh, if I had only taken action when I first saw your video and I had a loved one in intensive care, my mom, my dad, my spouse would probably still be around. Yes, you're absolutely right. 90% of patients in intensive care actually survive. right? So the odds are in your loved one's favor, but you need to move the right levers in situations like that. And you can't just rely on what intensive care teams are telling you without doing your own research and without getting a second opinion. It is often life or death, and you can't just rely on your own instincts. You know, it's good to rely on your own instincts, and if you think they're not doing the right things, you need help to move pieces around when you have a loved one in intensive care, because you need an insider who has all the intensive care knowledge and all the advocacy knowledge, how to get results. And that's what we do here at intensivecarehotline.com. And that's also why we created a membership for families of critically ill patients in intensive care that you can become a member of if you go to intensivecarehotline.com. If you click on the membership link, or you're going to intensivecaresupport.org directly. In the membership, you have access to me and my team 24 hours a day in the membership area and via email. And we answer all questions intensive care related. In the membership, you also have exclusive access to 21 ebooks and 21 videos that I have personally written and recorded with all my knowledge of nearly 2.5 decades in intensive care and critical care. And those ebooks and videos will help you to make informed decisions, have peace of mind, control, power, and influence. And it will help you making sure your loved one gets best care and treatment. And it will help you to manage intensive care teams so they don't manage you. I also offer one-on-one consulting and advocacy over the phone, Skype, Zoom, WhatsApp, whichever medium works best for you. And I also talk to doctors and nurses directly. I talk to you and your families directly. When I talk to doctors and nurses directly, I ask all the questions that you haven't even considered asking, but must be asked when you have a loved one in intensive care, so that you can make informed decisions, have peace of mind, control, power, and influence, making sure your loved one gets best care and treatment. Also, we offer medical record reviews in real time so that you can get a second opinion in real time. I also represent you and your families in family meetings with intensive care teams. We also offer medical record reviews after intensive care if you have unanswered questions, if you need closure, or if you are simply suspecting medical negligence. And all of that you get at intensivecarehotline.com. Call us on one of the numbers on the top of our website, or send us an email to support@intensivecarehotline.com. And if you like my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel for regular updates for families in intensive care. Click the like button, click the notification bell, comment below what you want to see next, what questions and insights you have. Thank you so much for watching. And I also do a weekly YouTube live where I answer your questions live on the show. You get notification for the weekly YouTube live if you're a subscriber of my YouTube channel, or if you're a subscriber of our email newsletter at intensivecarehotline.com. Thank you so much for watching. This is Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com, and I will talk to you in a few days. Take care for now.